or a mountain bike. This is neither. Keep on moving. So, for folks that have joined in, I see our viewer count has jumped up quite a bit. This is a deceptively hard game setting for Cataclysm. If you're not familiar with the game, you won't really know or care, probably. But if you are familiar with the game, I've ratcheted up the speed of the zombies, which increases not just their movement speed, but also just their action points in general. So they also get to hit more often. And I've ratcheted up their toughness, and I've dropped the amount of items in the game world down to 25% of their normal settings. And I've dialed up evolution. So this is very much a try hard, get killed hard game world that we're trying to creep around in. I've tried to tune it in such a way that it removes a lot of my normal abilities to maneuver and evade zombies easily. And the 150% number means that I cannot outmove anything. Every single zombie, well, no, I won't say every. Maybe the crippled zombies and the crawlers can't catch me. But all the other zombies are faster than me. I have a very slight advantage when I sprint. That only lasts a very short amount of time. And I've done it that way. I picked that number very specifically to give me a sweet spot where I cannot possibly outwalk or maneuver zombies. So I have to use my brain to use terrain, objects, vehicles, all that stuff to my advantage in maneuvering. And to not put myself into places or situations where I can't get out of them. That's not useful. So it's exceedingly dangerous. It removes a remarkable amount of options and maneuverability when everything is faster than you. So I tried to build a character with that in mind. There's a brainless zombie. To try to compensate. And because it was a movement-based one, I purposely withheld the options of quick and fleet foot, things like that, from the traits I could pick. Because that would be silly. Why speed up the zombies if I'm almost going to speed up my character? Alright, so right now we're trying to get back to my working security van so we can get back moving and try to locate the things that are important. Medicine. Go into the van from this side. Alright, let's ditch a few items. I don't need the heavy stick anymore. Well, I might need to bash something, but we can get one later. I gotta turn on a light to use the road map. We'll do that in a moment. I don't know why or how I picked that up. Don't need that yet. I guess I'm not dropping all that much. Didn't really pick up that much, did I? Alright, I'm being really selective in my my looting. Alright, van's on. Turn on the headlights. And here's the tactical situation. We started up here in the church. We're currently down here. We visited the pharmacy and had no luck. We're on a death timer. We've got an infected leg that's going to kill me 24 hours after the start of the game. We're currently about to hit the 2-hour point. We started at 2200. It's about to hit midnight. So we're 2 hours into our 24-hour timer. Now, I cannot survive these settings in the daylight. Absolutely no chance I'd stay alive if I was in the daylight or if I lit myself up. So I only really have this night to try to solve my problem with my leg infection. So we're on a desperate hunt for antibiotics. And the best possible solution, the pharmacy, failed us. No antibiotics at the pharmacy. So we're driving around trying to find an ambulance that might have it. We tried to do a drive-by the hospital, but we got stymied by some some roadblocks, some cars that are blocking literally the road, so I couldn't maneuver the way I needed to. So we're working our way down this way. We're going to go back again and then back north again. Or I got to work my way all the way over to this other town, Shaftesbury, to hope that there's a pharmacy over that direction. So, yeah. Was the infection pain in the ass system removed? Yes. You can still die, but that whole nonsense about the recovery stages got changed. So that's gone. It's still irritating to die of an infection even when you take antibiotics. It's still possible, though. But the whole infection nonsense that I really, really, really railed about and got loud about, that got fixed. So. Back up one more time here. I've been focusing on moving around. I haven't watched chat real carefully, so just a second. Yeah, I'm not sure how the values of the scent cloud work. And if some of these things have been answered in the chat, realize I'm back up chat and I'm reading downward again, so. Yeah, cigarettes and cigars are one way to mask your scent cloud. But I believe they also light you up slightly, so you gotta be a little careful. What else? Default start day in 0.E compared to what? It's day 61 is the default start date. Compared to 0.D, where it was day 1 of spring, yes, it has changed. Start date default is day 61. If you just updated your Cataclysm from an old stable version to the new one, it may be carrying over your config settings. So you may be starting on spring 1 still, because your config didn't get changed. The update doesn't change those kinds of things that you personally modified. So if you do a clean install, you'd be playing on day 61, and whatever else got set to default settings would be looking correctly. But if you updated an old save, it carried over your config settings, so things like that would still be showing the old values. I do still need antibiotics. We have not fixed my infection problem. It looks like the cutoff for smell level is 10, unless the monster is keen nose, in which case it's 1. Values are exclusive, so smell at 11 is detectable, or 2 for keen nose. Alright, so that's not bad. So you can ignore the 1 to 10 numbers for regular zombies. Certain of them have better sniffers. The zombie speed setting is their action points. That controls everything they do. If you set the speed setting for zombies at 300%, they're going to move 300% faster, and they're going to attack 300% more often. So once they catch you, they're going to strike you multiple times in one round. So be very, very careful with that zombie speed setting. It is deceptively powerful if you don't know exactly what it's doing. So yep, it's one of the beauties of the game. It's hard or as easy as you want. You can tailor it to your individual play settings, however you'd like. Make it easier, make it harder. I move back and forth. I've just played the game a ridiculous amount. I've done everything, I've seen everything, I know where everything's at. So I do it for variety's sake and for personal challenge. But the fact that I can dial it way up, way down, do whatever I want with it is one of the joys of the game, in allowing for that and still being able to see new things constantly. Okay, let's actually get moving again. So I've got no ambulances in sight. I just need to get around this car in front of me. We'll do the slow roll, and I think I'll just aim for right in between. Still got one. How do I still have one wing mirror? I don't know how I still have that wing mirror. Alright, anything in sight down that way? No, regular cars. Any buildings nearby? Not really. And how are we looking out this way? Alright, another intersection. Time to swing the lights around and take a look at things. Don't like that. Oh, we got a wasp house. The wasps are killing all the local zombies. Anything on the ground I want? Some marijuana and a cell phone. No, not too interested in that. So the item drop rate now also affects drops from zombies. So that wasn't always the case. It used to be just the initial items spawned in buildings and stuff, but now it also adjusts the item drops from zombies. So it truly is 25% drop rate. That's way low. It's going to make this so hard. There's the short fire truck I talked about earlier. So that's going to have 2 different lines of 3 cargo spaces that have fireman gear. Just the clothing, though. None of the tools. Let's see. We're going to keep going east, so let's go up and around this. I just want to get a swivel and look up north, make sure there's no hospitals up here. Ferrell runner. So as I mentioned, there's the short fire truck, and there's the 3 not cargo spaces, but trunks that have turnout gear and flame-resistant clothing. And there'll be another line of them right on this side. So if you ever need Kevlar, so you can make your survivor armor or anything else, just try to find one of these short fire trucks. And just chop up all the gear you find if you're not going to use it or wear it. And you'll get tons of Kevlar and Nomex and all that good stuff. My go-to solution for any time I need Kevlar. Alright, what buildings are we approaching? Electronics store. Library. It's not the point in time where I need to worry about books or anything like that until we solve our antibiotics problem. Well, unless that's an atomic lamp. That's probably a smart lamp. That's not an atomic. Yeah. Alright. I'd go in for an atomic lamp. There's another fire truck. Or is that the same fire truck? I've lost track of where I've been. I don't think I was this far south. I kind of want to get another look in this electronics store. If I can pivot enough to... Nah, I'm about to smash into something. Back up. Go forward. Alright, here come the Ferrell runners. So... wait. What's that vehicle? I need to be able to pivot. I'm not going to be able to right here with these guys coming at me. Alright, go over this zombie. Then slow down. Then try to pivot. That is an ambulance, right? That is an ambulance. So we have an ambulance and a fire truck right here. So it's going to be time to get out and do some running. I need to try to get pivoted again before I smash into some things. Alright, and we have bikes nearby. Cool. That'll work. So we got a pretty clean spot ahead of me. I got to go back and check that ambulance. I like the location because I got bikes. I can't tell yet. Use that one. Alright, that's a working bike, so I can use that. That one might be working. And we got a gun store right in front of us, too. There's a gun store, house, electronics store. Everything but this corner is pretty good for me to maneuver in. So we're going to stop here. Turn the headlights off. Turn the engine off. That way it'll stop bugging the local zombies. We're good on all our gear. Not worried about my torso encumbrance wearing all these backpacks, because if they get next to me, I'm screwed anyway. Weight's not a problem. We got about 55 pounds available there and plenty of volume. So let's hop out. And I want to know if this bike works or anything else. With this difficulty level, knowing my escape options are the absolute most important thing. Alright, so we got 2 working bikes, my getaway vehicle, blocker vehicles I can use, house I can use, gun store... Is that the... That's that weird gun store that has this poking out. Not the gun store I want, but let's go look at it if there's nobody out front. What is with these lockers like this? We saw one last time, I ignored it and just kept going. It's not the one that's barricaded, is it? I don't think this is the barricaded version. No, it must be the barricaded version because we've got lockers right behind the doors. So this one sucks. I don't want to go into this one. There's not going to be much in there that's worth anything. Alright. We're trying to maximize our character's abilities, so with the speed of the zombie increase and their toughness increase, I built a character specifically to try to counter that difficulty level. So here's the character sheet. I haven't shown it in a little while. We got quite a few folks that haven't seen it. So especially if you're not familiar with Cataclysm, extremely detailed gameplay, immensely configurable, and a massive amount of content that's updated daily, half a dozen times. So if you've never seen the game before and your interest is piqued, pursue it. It's an amazing game that is completely free. Costs absolutely nothing. It's completely free, and you'll get just a ridiculous amount of gameplay out of it. But it is hard as hell at the very start, so make sure you get some help, look some stuff up. Come visit me, talk to me in my Discord, watch my videos over on my YouTube channel. I do a whole bunch of tutorial content for the game, so you're going to find a lot of stuff over there to help you get past the initial learning curve. But it's one of those types of games where if you persevere through that learning cliff initially, It's nothing but huge amounts of entertainment and fun that you can configure to your own difficulty level and playstyle. So make sure to check it out. It is compared to Dwarf Fortress, and Dwarf Fortress is compared to it pretty often. So they're fairly interchangeable in the praise and the complexity of what's being detailed. In my opinion, Cataclysm is easier to get into just because it's a more familiar game world. Everybody knows about all this normal world type stuff. It's set in current times / just a few years into the future type time frame. So I think it's a little more accessible in that way. But yeah, they're passed back and forth pretty often when people make recommendations. But like I said, I got a ton of content on my YouTube channel to help you out. I'm always available on my Discord or during these live streams. If you have questions, make sure to ask. I do a ton of new player help, constantly answering questions on Reddit, Discord, YouTube, and so on. So I don't mind questions at all. I'm happy to explain mechanics, talk about why I'm doing certain things and strategy and what I'm thinking in my head. But realize the gameplay you're seeing is very far from the default gameplay. This is really stupid hard settings, which you're not going to appreciate if you're not familiar with the game mechanics. But trust me when I say this is extremely hard game settings. But I built the character specifically to try to compensate for the difficulty. So we've got good hearing, so I can detect the zombies hopefully before they get in detection range of me. Light step to cut down on how much noise I make. That's the sound indicator right over here. Walking causes sounds. Fighting causes sounds normally. Opening and closing doors and windows, all sorts of stuff. We've got night vision. We've got a weak scent, so we don't smell as much, so the zombies can't trail me with my scent too as well. Otherwise, though, we're just a photojournalist. I picked the photojournalist character class, and I kind of built this character around that class with these specific traits and abilities. And then I took a bunch of negative traits. The ones in red are negative traits. We're a poor healer. We don't heal nearly as fast as the regular folks, and the rest of them aren't too nasty or major. But one of the big problems with this particular start is we started infected, so I'm trying to find antibiotics to solve my leg infection because it will kill me. So it forces me to be out and about among the zombies before I can get that solved. Alright, so let's continue. So we're creeping through a house. My goal is to use the local environments. I'm kind of mapping out my safe spots. I have to play this one very tactical, very cautious and very tactical, because even a single zombie, a slow zombie, there are no slow zombies with my world settings. I dialed up the speed of the zombies and their hit points, so fighting is not an option. I've got to just avoid as much as I can. And if I get detected, I've got to immediately find a way to get them off my tail. And that's the sweet spot I'm trying to find with adjusting these settings to give me challenge and to also make things entertaining for folks watching these challenge runs that I do. They can see different kinds of gameplay styles and different tactics and that kind of stuff. So let's check the house. Nothing in the cabinets, unfortunately. Not hearing anything, which is good. Again, an empty bedroom, nothing. Normally I'd be able to hear zombies stumbling around. Man, these kitchens are so empty compared to usual. It's such a shock moving back from full loot to this rate. So they're in purple because I'm currently nauseous. The infection has temporarily given me nausea. If I try to eat right now, I'll just throw it back up again. So that's why all these things are showing purple when I bring up the eat menu. So we're not going to worry about any of that. I don't need any of those items. Alright, so far it's just a tiny house with not much in it. Anything in the garage? No vehicle and no gear I care about. Anything in the bathroom? Hair trimmers, scissors, towel, comb and hairbrush. Nothing there either. Backyard. Do you have a fire pit back here with a fire axe? Get the playground. Get the little playground jungle gym set up. Alright, so we got a fence. The fence blocks line of sight, which is good. Oh, is that a church below me? No, that's that stupid gun store. I hate that gun store too. Damn it. Let me bring the map back up. We're going to get rid of that gun store notice and this one as well. I hate both of these gun stores. Oh, there's a pawn shop though. Alright, if we manage to stay clean without anything chasing me, I'm going to try to get to that pawn shop too. Alright, so the house is clear. Let's head back out of here. So far, we've gotten really lucky with a light zombie population. Check the fire truck. We'll check the compartments on each side. We can see these 3 now, and there's nothing in them. So we're hoping there's tools on the other side. I also want to avoid going around corners too closely, so I'm trying to remember to stay away. So if I could have crept around the vehicle like this, but if there was a zombie here, he would have been right in my face. So I'm trying to remember to stay away from corners. There's the ambulance I'm really trying to get to. Unfortunately, no items. So now we want the ambulance. Come on, ambulance. I need antibiotics. Daddy needs some antibiotics. Do not give me scissors and what else? Medical tape. Please do not. I want Oh, well, that's not friendly. What are you doing in here, zombie cop? That's kind of rude. Hanging out waiting for me to go into the ambulance. So, 2 of the 3 baskets have items. I can't see what remotely. I have to step adjacent before I can tell what's in the ambulance. But I have a zombie cop just sitting in there quietly waiting for me to open the door. So, the red exclamation point indicates he knows I'm here. He sees me and smells me and heard me open the door. So, they've got a vision range of 2. A sound range of, it depends on how loud the sound is. That's really all that matters. And then my scent trail is, well, can't see it that way. There's my scent cloud. So you can see where I walked earlier as we meandered down the way. Our scent cloud is now slowly dissipating behind us. The numbers are bigger where I'm standing. That's where it's stinkiest, and it gets less stinky. And then these dissipate and disappear. But that I'm not worried about. I'm worried about in-my-face zombie cop. So he's going to be a little slow as he clambers out of the vehicle. So I need to make some decisions here. I need to be able to get back to the vehicle, of course. There is another door right here. If I lead him out and I circle around, he might get hung up on the side or the front of the vehicle and then forget about me, and I'll be able to creep in the back and get to the items. And that's what I'm going to try first. I'm going to put on a burst of speed. I'm going to go to run mode. So you can see up here I've switched to the R for run mode, and I have a little running indicator, and it says I started running, so lots of ways to know I'm in run mode. The danger here is it's going to burn my stamina. I only have a limited pool of that, and as it depletes, I get slower and slower. It costs me more and more action points to move. So this is a very, very precious thing. This by far is the absolute most precious resource I have. More important than guns, more important than medicine, more important than armor, more important than all of it. Stamina is life. Do not use it unless you absolutely have to, and then know exactly the consequences that are going to be when you start draining it. That's why I've been scouting the area first. I know where my bolt holes are. I know where I can go to try to get away from things. I can hop a fence to break line of sight. I can slam doors behind me. I can use vehicles. Very important. When I start running into the unknown, that's when you know I'm in trouble. If I'm moving towards an unknown area and I'm using my stamina, that is a very bad sign. I also have right behind me a drain pipe. I could climb the drain pipe to get onto the roof of this building. What I don't know is if there's a second drain pipe I can use to get back down again, because he's likely to break that drain pipe behind me, and then we would have a problem. So knowing these things is crucial. It makes it a very, very tactical game when you're playing with these kinds of settings, and just running away easily isn't an option. Which is not the normal. If you're playing default settings, I could just start walking and I'd stay ahead of this zombie. He's not particularly fast. The standard zombies are more Romero-type zombies, where you're generally, unless you've got some kind of serious negative conditions going on, you're generally faster than the average zombie population, and you can just walk away from them. That's what I removed with the game world settings that I chose. So I'm going to go to sprint mode, just to make sure I get a lead on this guy. I moved a couple of times. He's already lost sight of me. I actually want him to follow me, though. Come on, Scent Cloud. There he goes. Alright, come on out here, dude. I don't want to burn too much stamina, but I need him out of the vehicle. I'm going to switch back to walk mode and hope he's following my scent cloud now. So again, scent cloud. He's now going to chase it from smaller number to larger number. So he won't go that way because it's a smaller number. He'll go this way. Now, which way he goes kind of depends. Sometimes they stagger. But that's the idea behind this scent cloud stuff. It's actually a pretty cool system. Come on, zombie. He can't see me. I'm too far away. He can't hear me because I'm moving very quietly. He's only following my scent cloud right now. That's the whole thing he's doing. Alright, now that he's in that position, I'm going to speed up again. I need to get a little bit of a lead on him. I'm hoping he doesn't come around that edge. At least not real soon. I need to get into the vehicle. And all I care about is to get in the backside. Because once I'm in, if he shows up to follow me, I can either close the door behind me and he won't be able to get in, or I'll just run out the other door. So I have multiple paths that I can take. So I'm not concerned. If there was no door here and I only had one way in and out, I would have to strongly think about the possibility here. But right now, I should be fine. So, we're going to move to this position. We're adjacent to both. I'm going to bring up the advanced inventory. We did not score. We got good stuff. Does not solve my problem. All of this stuff is great. It's wonderful stuff. None of it is antibiotics. So, yay and boo at the same time. So, we'll take all three. Bandages, a first aid kit, which is a medley of medical gear, oxycodone for our pain management, and some more antiseptic. That's all good stuff. I'm happy to have it. It just does not solve my infection problem. That does not get rid of this. We've been infected for 2 hours and 6 minutes. I started the game at 2200 because I knew what was going to happen with these world settings. I set the game time start, at 2200 instead of the standard 8 o'clock in the morning, because there's no way anybody could survive this in the daylight. You'd be just dead instantly as soon as you stepped outside. So I set a night start to this one. So we've been infected for 2 hours and 6 minutes. So, still no solution to our problem. Now I have to decide, we've got something over here making noise. There's a zombie in here breaking glass or wandering around. We got the cop at the front of the vehicle making noise. I'm interested in the electronics store. There are things in there that I would find useful. So, and I also want to get to this pawn shop. There's a chance we can find medieval weaponry in the pawn shop. Picking up a katana for my ninjutsu-trained photojournalist would be pretty sweet. We do have a self-defense class, and we did select ninjutsu as our martial art. And on the ninjutsu list of approved weaponry, down at the bottom of this list, a lot of fun stuff. If I happened across a katana in a pawn shop, oh man, our survivability would go up markedly. And there's a number of things in the pawn shop. We could score, there's quite a few items on this list that we could score in a pawn shop. And that would help out massively. But first, it's got to be in the pawn shop at 25% spawn rates. And then it's got to preferably not be a replica with trashed durability and reduced stats. So, there's a lot of maybes there. The 25% spawn rate, item spawn rate, is the thing that's going to least allow me to actually get a katana in a pawn shop. So, do we check the electronics store? I think we do. We got multiple ways in and out. That's the most important consideration. We got front windows and door, side windows, a back door, so plenty of ways for me to go if I get into trouble. So we're going to do that. Peek inside here. Nothing so far. I don't want to break the window. I'd rather go in the door. Somebody was making noise, but I think they're in the back room. So let's see what we can get. We got copper wire, soldering irons, augmentative tech review, more SD memory cards, but they're not the empty ones. And I think I can empty them manually if I get an e-ink tablet PC. Oh, the reading light. I do like the reading light. We don't have a lighting solution yet. Reading lights are good, economical, power-saving reading sources. Ooh, there's a battery in that flashlight. Alright, we'll take that. I don't need solder right now. Not worried about the tools or any of that. Laptop. Control laptop would be nice, but that's a long, long way off. Oh, another professional camera. We'll take that just in case we somehow lose our current one. Plus it's got a working battery in it. I'm not going to take the laptop. We're so far away from being able to use that it's effectively not useful. Uh-oh. So somebody's banging on the door, and there's maybe multiple somebodies in there. More batteries. We're going to take the reading light and the camera. Oh, fat zombie. Hey there, food hide or vacuum sealer. I wonder if you have a battery. Alright, now they're starting to come through in force, and we've got a zombie dog coming at me from the north. So it's getting a little sticky in here. So part of what's happening here, for folks that don't know, is that the zombies are making noise. The noise they make is then attracting other zombies who think they're eating, brains, and they want some of the brains. So the noise is a problem, not just for the noise itself, but because it propagates outwards depending on how loud the noise is. And anything within that range then starts shambling that direction if they don't have something better to do. So these guys making all this noise and breaking windows is attracting attention from the other nearby buildings. And I'm in the building. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't want that. I don't want to deal with it. So we're going to try to get out of here. And I think I'm going to go out the side window. Now that everybody's breaking windows, I might as well start into the fun. That dog is pretty quick, too. Dogs and feral runners are the things I fear the most right now. There's the heavy zombie. How's my scent cloud doing? Uh-oh. So, the dog is absolutely in range of my scent cloud. He's definitely going to be trailing me. And this guy is just on the border of being able to scent me. So he's probably going to be coming this way pretty quick, too. That is if the noise isn't loud enough to get their attention. So right now, he's focusing left. That's the way his graphic is turned. Probably because of the noise. He heard the noise and he's going that way. I'm not sure at what point the precedence takes over between noise and smell. The normal wisdom is sight trumps noise trumps smell, but I don't know at what point the trump occurs. So let's keep moving. As you see, he's not coming directly at me. It's going to cost me movement points to move up on this counter. I think I'm going to go diagonally down, grab the smart lamp, and then smash the window and get out. Yeah, this is just a bathroom. It would have been nice to get to the back room, but way too dangerous. Let's turn that off. Alright, smart lamp. Smart lamp with battery, sure. Break out the window, climb on out. And there's the zombie cop. He heard the window break, and now he's going to follow my trail as well. So as you see there, he heard the window break, but he can't see me. He can only see 2 spaces. So I'm too far for him to see. He's following the sound, but if I stand here, he's going to smell me, and he's going to come this way due to the smell. Yep, there he goes. That's a good example of how those systems are kind of interacting, and when I'm maneuvering, I'm keeping that in the back of my head when I'm trying to compute where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do, and all that kind of stuff. Alright, so I still want to try to get down to that ambulance. Our escape vehicle is facing down to the east. I need to get down here. That's the gun store I don't care about, and that is the place I do want to get to. So I need to lose this pursuit and then not get a repeat pursuer. I'm going to go ahead and burn some stamina, my precious, precious stamina. Try to leave this guy hung up on a corner of a vehicle. Then I'm going to turn it back to walk mode. I burned a whole bar of stamina just that far. That is the big danger. Even that little tiny amount makes me really nervous. That's my one and only emergency option. Because everything in here is faster than me and tougher than me. Ah, child zombie. Hopefully didn't detect me. And gives me enough time to work around, get back into the store here. Now we have another decision point. Break a window, pry the door. Both are probably going to turn alarms on, set alarms off. So we got pretty big bay windows, so we should have an okay time getting out. Door is locked. Is it notes right there? I tried to move into it. It is locked. That is a gun shop, but it's a gun shop I hate. I'm not going in there. There's a couple of gun shop versions that are just bad. I don't even bother. Alright, I'm gonna pry it open. Strength 8. Our strength is impacted. We're normally 9. We've been taking a painkiller, so we've got a painkiller in our system, as it notes here. Bleeding off the pain, but the leg infection feeds a constant uptick in the pain value. So as the painkiller subsides, the pain is going to start going up again. Currently, though, we're only down 1 point of strength and dex and intelligence. So I shouldn't have a problem prying the door open. It's just, it's going to set an alarm off, so I need to get in, check it out, and then get out again. Come on. So, make this worthwhile, please. This is a terrible pawn shop. I hate this one. I'm not going to get what I want out of this one. Crap. Nothing on the shelf at all. Alright, I'm already being followed. Probably the child zombie. That's the bathroom. That's the back office, which sometimes will have a pistol, and it has a safe. No, no pistol this time. Yeah, the pawn shop has a pair of shoes. Oh man, this item drop rate's gonna kill me. Oh, it's gonna kill me. Alright, so yeah, that's the sum total of stuff in the pawn shop. Now normally on default settings there'd be quite a few more items, but I've got it set on severely reduced items in the world. Ah, crap. Yes, go inside, child zombie. Kill yourself, cutting yourself up on the broken window. Uh-oh. Wow, he's detected me already from that range? Standard zombie? How the hell did he... That's a little curious. That's a little far away for him to know I'm here. I'm just stepping on normal grass with regular shoes with ninjutsu. So I shouldn't be making all that much noise. So why he got the detection tick, I'm not sure. A little weird. Not climbing that drain pipe because I may not have a way down from there. Here we go with the speed thing. I don't play with this speed. I've never played with this speed setting, so it continually throws me off when I see them move like they're doing. Alright, so I am a ways from a vehicle I can use to peel this guy off. I don't want to go back into this store. I need to go directly around him. No, I don't think so. No, it's all brand new scent cloud. I was in the building too long for my scent cloud to still be out here. When he first detected me, he was like 2 spaces further away. It was kind of weird. I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm going to assume I coughed or farted or something, and he heard me. So, we're going to wait a turn. I'm going to let him come 1 space closer. Then we're going to turn on the speed. I'm going to desperately try to get some distance before I burn all my stamina. This is why I fear going any distance away from vehicles, buildings, or so on. Because look at all the stamina I've burned, and he's still just a few spaces behind me. I want to get into the vehicle, get the door closed. Alright, so we're going to use this as a temporary refuge. We're going to pray he doesn't bang on it enough to attract attention. Because I'm already breathing heavy, and my stamina is half drained, and every action I take is now costing more and more points. But it's going to take several minutes for me to recover this. That's 60 rounds or actions that they get to take their own turns. So this could go horribly wrong, just me sitting here waiting. Whoa! Yes! He broke the window and came through! Good job, zombie! I don't see that happen too often. Alright, so he bit me on the torso, but failed to penetrate the armor. That would be mostly due to the ballistic vest. The empty ballistic vest has come to my rescue, that 1818 bash cut protection. So it only has 85% coverage, so the zombie attacked, rolled the dice, determined that he hit me in the torso. Then the game said, alright, torso locations, what do we got on in order? And it just went down the list in order. Whoops. Come on. God dang it. What the hell, screen? Alright, now I'm getting annoyed. Come on, brain. Either my keyboard's doing something. Where is my... Where'd you go? What I'm trying to hit, and it's not doing it. No, not the vehicle construction. I know the construction menu. No, it's the clothing. Why? My keyboard. I think my keyboard is starting to futz out on me. I got 1 or 2 keys. I've had it for a while. It's getting a little gimpy. Where are you? There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm hitting. Damn it! That's the key I've hit multiple times. I do it by just muscle memory, so I don't often have to even look or remember. That's what I'm trying to hit. I hit it like 3 times. Alright, well, yeah. So, it looks at this screen, and it says, alright, so here's your torso. Leather backpack, molly pack, ballistic vest. It starts at the bottom, the outermost layer, and works its way inward. And it did not hit these, most likely, because it didn't do any damage to them. They only have like a 30% hit rate. I got to the ballistic vest, and the ballistic vest said, no, you're not bypassing me, and it absorbed all the damage. So we didn't actually take any hit point damage, which was good. Mostly likely to that ballistic vest. Alright, so, yeah, we're in a car with a zombie. He's faster than me, and it's going to take me a ton of movement points to even open the door and then move out. I'm likely to get tagged a few more times before I actually get onto the sidewalk. So I'm kind of surprised, because they don't usually do a good job of actually breaking into vehicles nowadays. But at least he waited. He very, very patiently waited until I got to full stamina before he managed to break in. So there were a good couple of minutes went by there. He had like 120 turns before he managed to break that window and get in. So don't take this as a reason not to do what I told you earlier by using a vehicle for a safety spot to regen. It's odd for them to actually manage that. And he actually did wait like 118 rounds before he did it. Alright, so I'm going to try to open the door to my right, and we'll see if he tags me. He tried, but he failed. He tried to hit me, but he missed. Now we're going to go to run mode to give me more speed here, see if we can get out before we get hit again. So he also had to pay the cost to move, so we're good there. Alright, now I'm going to close the door in his face. No, I don't want to do that. Alright, caps lock. So there, now we've closed him inside the vehicle. Unless he gets lucky with a window break, we'll be able to walk away from it at full stamina. And he's not likely to get lucky at a window break. There we go. Full stamina. Oh, I turned my map memory off. I hit that other key. There we go. There's map memory again. So, we checked the ambulance, we checked the electronics, we checked the pawn shop. I don't like that gun store. I'm not going in there. We checked the house. I guess we're back to our vehicle. We still haven't fixed our antibiotics problem, so... We got some okay stuff. Nothing major. Let's go in the side door. Looks like we got any gold or silver in here? Any diamonds? What do we got? We got gold and silver. Let's drop some stuff in the basket. Oh, I keep forgetting to activate my map. Remind me next time I'm in a building where I can hide in the bathroom for a second to turn a light on and actually read my map so we can map in the world. That'll help me a bit. That'll help me make some decisions. I don't need to carry the first aid kit with me. We've already got all the other parts we need. I don't need more bottles of antiseptic. So some painkillers, some bandages, and that's really all I need on that side. Emergency antiseptic. We'll turn off or ditch all of these extra things. Keep the rest. Alright, that went pretty well. I think we took like one little incidental hit. Otherwise, it went just fine. So we got to plot our next move. That is done. So we are here. We have not seen the roadways anywhere in front of me to the east or the north or south. Originally, I was trying to get to the hospital, but we got kind of pushed off the path. So circling back around the long way is a possibility. I'm still curious about Shaftesbury and how big it is, because this may not be the commercial center, and there might be a pharmacy we can hit. And pharmacy is still, by a large margin, the best place for us to go. Unfortunately, the map we started with revealed only had the one pharmacy, and it failed us. So... I got to make the decision north or continue east and go to Shaftesbury. I mean, I can see the buildings when I'm traveling up here. As soon as I try to go, well, see, I can't even go from there. I have to either make the turn right here at the next intersection, if I make that decision, or we need to go north and pick other things. What's that intersection looking like? Can I see that far yet? Just a bit. Yeah, we'll make the decision when we get a little closer. I also need to keep an eye out for opportunities to siphon some gas. How's our battery doing? Oh yeah, alright, so it's still charging. So our damaged alternator isn't damaged so much right there at 50%. It isn't damaged so much that it's preventing charging of the battery, so we're good. Gas, we're burning some. I do gotta be a little cautious about that. we keep creeping around town like this, we might actually run out of gas. Alright, headlights. Get me out of here. Avoid the bicycle. I need to be able to swing north and swing south just to check for ambulances. Oh, that an engine crane? We got an engine crane sitting out at the construction site. Alright, we gotta mark that. If we survive, that'll be an important thing. So we'll note an engine crane right at that location at the construction site. Super, super useful item. Gotta have that if you plan on doing any vehicle work. The engine crane allows you to lift heavy objects that you can't lift manually. So if you're changing out engines or installing armor or lots of other things, you need an engine crane. Slow down. Pivot south. Grocery store and a whole lot of nothing. What do you think? So what are your guys' opinions? You know the situation. I need antibiotics. I do not know of any other pharmacies on the map. The hospital is a very, very dangerous and hairy place to try to go to. And the parts of it I could get into are, if I had to pick, I think there's maybe a 25% chance I would get what I need in there, if I am able to get into the rooms I think I can access. The problem being that it's nighttime. Even if I read my map, which I could actually do right now, I could flip a light on and read the map, and it would map the road networks in for me. Let's do the map. I think that's the most important thing right now. Let's stop. Let's turn on the dome light. Alright, so I am now lit up, so now the zombies nearby can see me, where earlier they could not, but now I am actually lit, bright light. We're going to activate our road map real quick. That'll fill in some questions. Alright, now that we've activated it, well, there we go. I think that answers my question. That's all I need to see. Yeah, alright. So that's I think that's a no for going for Shaftesbury. There's just not enough of it. The street system just runs out. So apparently that is the commercial district for Shaftesbury. So, not much additional chance to get a pharmacy over that way, I don't think. It is possible that maybe the commercial district's right here, but I doubt it. So, how about other towns nearby? I got Guildhall not too far off. Anything. Man, this is standard 8.4 world settings. This is some pretty piss-poor towns. Yeesh, there's a decent sized one up that way with lots of schools and railroads, so that's pretty good development. Every other direction, though, looks like not much. Alright, so I don't think traveling is going to solve my problem. Huh. What else could possibly help me out? At this point, we're down to random ambulance on the road, random house bathroom, which I believe has a really small chance, and it's really hard for me to do speed running bathrooms in this environment, or risk the hospital, which is just going to be a nightmare. It's just going to be a nightmare. Do railroads have anything yet? They don't. Vending machines, couple vending machines, and zombies. That's pretty much it. I'm not aware of any other changes to them. Fighting in the hospital is a no-go. There's just too many zombies. There's just too many. I can't fight them manually, and if I fire a gun or make any other loud noises, it just draws more in than I actually end up killing. Especially when I don't have a retreat option. So my worry about going into the hospital is just I won't be able to peel zombies off of me. It'll be narrow corridors and rooms, and my chances of actually losing pursuit before I zero out my stamina is just so low. I think it's just keep driving. I think it's just keep driving. I can go south, and then come across, and then come north, and so on. I'd like to get away from the center of town here, where it's most congested. Although it does offer me the best options for buildings to kind of leap into, but if we don't solve the antibiotics problem, all the gathering up all this gear is kind of useless. So we've got everything else I could possibly need for medical gear. We've got. I'm just missing the one crucial thing. So I think I am going to go south. We'll go south, but not with any real intent of finding anything useful. If we do, great. Maybe we'll get a miracle pharmacy on this row down here. But I'm not holding out a whole bunch of hope. Oh, pool. A lot of zombies there. But we're already pointed this way, so let's go ahead and do it. Oops, turn off the dome light, dummy. Alright, dome light off. Now they can't see me directly. Actually, I have to think about this. I have to stop for a second. There is a small chance... I'm trying to remember if I found antibiotics in a grocery store. So the grocery stores have different designs. This particular design, you got a bookshelf here, and there's a shelf right here that has medical items. I just can't remember if antibiotics is on the possible list. Bandages, disinfectants, things like that, I know for certain I found here. I cannot say 100% that I have found antibiotics. But if I have even a small chance, I need to take it. Nothing else has seen me. I think... Oh, god dang, park right next to me. Alright, let's turn away for a second. I'm going to stop here. I need to try to check that. I can't pass up the opportunity. I'd feel really dumb if I found out later that, yes, antibiotics are possible. I'll leave the door closed. Alright, let's back away from the building. See if we can climb the chain link to get into this section here. Don't need a cart. Alright, so we managed... Oh, something's following me. Good old scent trail. Alright, a lighter. I actually need the lighter as well. 2 charges. Well, it's 2 more than I got currently. Alright, and it's empty. Damn it. Detergent. Maybe that's... is it these shelves that are medicine and cleaning items, or am I thinking the wrong shelves? Some of them have medical gear down in this area. I'll have to go down. Maybe I got the design wrong. I'm remembering the other one. Hey, I want some bratwurst. Give me some bratwurst. I'll take smoked sausage. What are you? Moonshine? Cheap wine. Not doing a drunk run. Don't really care about food and water right now. Unless I find something really fun. Raw lasagna is not on that list. So I was on the wrong shelf. There's Toastums and there's protein powder. Oh well. So that's a no. We didn't get what I was hoping for. Alright, back out we go. They're up there. They're following my original scent cloud. And I get back to my vehicle, and is there anything else I care about? Restaurant, houses... Definitely nothing at the pool. All I want is to get back into my vehicle quietly. Zombie. I don't know why I play at this zoomed out level at this habit, I guess. I guess I do know. It's habit, and it lets me know the terrain I'm moving towards, even though I can only see this much. So, yeah, I'd have to be at this level. And another zombie. Damn zombies! Alright, now I've been detected. Let's use the chain link. Run mode. Come here, zombie. I'm right here. You can see me. Come get me. Oh, god damn it. Come on, child zombie. Why'd you have to be there? You ruined the whole plan. And another noise down there. Alright, well this is not going the way I hoped. There is a back door out of that place. These guys already know I'm here. Somebody was in the building, though. Contemplating going through and then out the back door, but I've got somebody in the alleyway here. I was hoping to capture this guy on the fence like he is, and then come and hop the fence here, get into my vehicle, and take off. They keep putting somebody... Yep. They keep putting somebody right in that path. So, a little bit of bad timing. If I try to go north, they can see me or hear me where they're at. What I don't want them to do is step further north and chase me beyond the fence. Alright, I think I'll be okay. Ah, zombie cop! Alright, now we're starting to get... Now I'm getting nervous. My options are slimming, and I'm getting a little nervous now. I got that truck just northwest of me, but I need to be able to get to it with enough of a lead that I can get the door closed behind me, and then I hop across and go out the other side. And I'm worried about what's up here. So far, I've been lucky in that there's no runners, no feral runners, no dogs. The sound from below at this point could be a subway, could be a lab. We know for certain there's a lab up in this area, because we heard turret fire that was below the ground. That's guaranteed to be a lab. So there's a hidden research laboratory underground over here, probably accessed through one of these basement in one of these houses. Could be the central lab popping up with an entrance in one of these forest tiles, but more likely just a standard lab. But yeah, over here it's hard to tell. If it's gunfire below, it's a lab. If it's just other noises, it could be a lot of things. So, like I said, getting nervous. Most nervous about the things I can't see. So my options here are, what I see is straight out, try to keep these guys from detecting me as I head out ahead of this cop, get in this door, with him close enough to know I'm doing it, get inside and close it behind me so he gets it closed in his face, basically. Then I scoot across and go out the far side. He's not smart enough to go around. He'll just keep trying to go straight through it for a while. That's one option. I just worry whatever this is going to cut me off and or be close enough I won't be able to get the door open, walk 2 spaces into the vehicle, and get it closed behind me before whatever it is steps into this space and prevents the door from closing. Then I'm in big trouble, because I'll have used up all my stamina getting to that position and not really be effectively able to actually gain any ground. And as soon as we're at the point where I can't keep them from being adjacent, I'm pretty much toast, because I will never be able to get a door closed between me and them. Yeah, there might be somebody camping in the truck. Maybe the seats are broke because there's a zombie in there just digging them up. That's a possibility. So that's one choice. That's choice A. Choice B would be to sprint past the cop and hope I lose him fairly quickly, running around these shelves. Go out the back door, but I will keep repeating. God damn it, I thought I was in view mode. Rookie mistake. I'm pontificating and trying to explain and then making errors. So I thought I was in this view mode, and I pressed the key to try to move the screen down. And made a bad decision. So there's a door right here. You can go through here. There's a door in this wall and then another door back here. But I don't know what's back here. I could be walking back into a half a dozen zombies. So I could be walking into the unknown. And that's what I fear more. I put a lot of heavy emphasis on the unknown when I make these danger calculations and try to pick which path I'm going to take. When I'm playing on razor-thin survivability with these kind of difficulty settings, making those decisions is a lot of times what's the most important. So I'll more often go into known danger than I will into unknown theoretical safety. I'd rather deal with what I can see and I can have direct power over and control over my actions than take the roll of the dice, step into some nasty stuff. So I think what I might do actually is take a break right here. We're just hit 4 hours. I need to go get a re-up on my tea and get some, I don't know, get something to snack on. And Zombie Dog is owed some cookies. Did just Bardic Entropy get Zombie Dog a cookie tonight? Let me go look at my thing. You might not have noticed. Oh, somebody told me to take my hat off. You didn't remind me. When did the hat thing fire off? I didn't see it happen. Sorry about that. I'll be hatless when I come back in honor. But yeah, we got 1 cookie for Zombie Dog so far. So I'll go round up the cookies and the tea for me, and be gone just a few minutes like normal. So I'll hope to see you here when I get back.